Help me snip them, D. You corral them this way, and I'll shoot them down, boy. It's man and dog together. The age-old dance of the hunt. Come on. You corral the flies. You snip them this way, and I'll shoot them down, boy. You snip them this way, I'll shoot them down, boy. Oh, shit, you did it. One down. Ah, I missed him. How did I miss him? You down with OPP? You down with OPP? Who's down with OPP? OPP, dude. Such a versatile phrase. Other people's property, other people's pussy, other people's problems, other people's peccadillos, other people's personalities. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. Who's down with OPP? All the homies. Wah! Hiya! Fucking flies. Going into close quarters combat on them today. Looking for the throat punch. The 1-inch punch. I wonder if, because the 1-inch punch has such like power packed into it, you know, like I wonder if you could kill a fly with it. It does feel good when you snag one. It's a total fluke, but it's happened to me a couple of times. When you just like, whoo, and you're like, oh fuck, I got him. Fuck you, bitch. Every once in a blue moon, you get that lucky. Most of the time, though, you're like fucking King Kong on top of the Empire State Building, swatting at the planes as they shoot him. You can't catch no flies with no chopsticks, dude. Only fucking Mr. Miyagi and Daniel-san can do that shit. Only Mr. Miyagi and Daniel-san have that fucking power, bro. Oh shit, I forgot about coffee. Thank you, baby. Hillary Swank can't even pull that one off. I currently have a fruit fly problem. And baby, let me see. I didn't see it when I got the... Okay. Okay. Confucius say, sometimes you're King Kong, sometimes you're Miyagi. It's true. Did Confucius say that? Something tells me Confucius did not say that. But you never know. Confucius said a lot. Confucius had a whole lot to say. Mr. Bones, Mr. Bones, go get a PFP, Mr. Bones. Anybody know what that's from? What movie is that from? Mr. Bones, Mr. Bones, how do you feel, Mr. Bones? Rattling. Mr. Bones feels rattling. Ha ha. That's a good one. Tell a little story, Mr. Bones. And then Bing Crosby says, a funny little story, Mr. Bones. I gave you a hint. How do you keep a dog from biting you on Monday? Well, the answer clearly is to kill the dog on Sunday. Nobody knows. You guys suck. You guys suck at trivia, dude. Yeah, but you cheated, Sapjack. You fucking typed in some lyrics and went to Google and cheated. You had all the time in the world to cheat. I know, dude. See, I know. You can't even deny it, bro. I caught you fucking red-handed. It's from White Christmas. You guys don't watch old Christmas movies anymore? That's a thing that you guys don't like at Christmas time? You don't put on White Christmas? That movie sat on my watch list until it disappeared. You're Jewish. So, a Jew, I gotta tell you, dude, a Jew can appreciate White Christmas. You can still feel the same good feelings of White Christmas. Watch the Jim Carrey Grinch movie instead. When did that song happen in White Christmas? Dude, there's a ton of weird songs in White Christmas. Because remember, White Christmas is about guys that served in World War II, and then they get together because they're good singers, and they like entertain the troops and stuff between battles, and then they get together afterwards and become like these big variety show vaudeville guys. And so White Christmas is filled with music that has nothing to do with Christmas, because they do all these little, musical numbers that are like more like modern commentaries than Christmas commentaries. Like there's a modern art song that has nothing to do with it. Mr. Bones is like a vaudeville song. There's a Mandy. They do Mandy, which is an old vaudeville standard. Mandy, there's a minister handy, and it sure would be dandy if we could make him get a fee. Mandy and me. There's that one. Yeah, that's Sisters song. Sisters, never were there such. And then there's Snow, which isn't really about Christmas. I like that song. It's just about snow. Jews can appreciate snow. Snow, 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 snow. It won't be long till we will all be there with snow. It's about coke. It could be. Was cocaine a thing back in the 50s? I don't think it was, right? Nobody was doing coke in the 50s. I want to wash my hands, my feet, my hair with snow. Kind of gives the song a different tone when you think about it that way. Hollywood was built on coke. I didn't know, dude. I thought cocaine started in like the 70s or something, or the 60s maybe. Seems likely that the 60s were the birth of cocaine, but that's right. Okay, yeah, I have heard that there were like Freud was a cokehead, so I guess maybe they were writing a song. Maybe it is about coke. No, I'm not gonna fucking pour liquid ass all over their house and shit. I'm just gonna fucking move. Because I'm not a dick. As much as I like to pretend to be one on TV, I'm actually a pretty nice guy. And I don't want to hurt these old people. They're on death's door, dude. They're old. They're very, very old people.
You're just more mad about the timeline.
Yeah, I'm just more mad about, yeah. I'm pissed off that, you know, the whole fucking story changed and all that shit. Well, I mean, if I pour liquid ass all over their house, it's not just gonna hurt their kids. It would make it. Imagine if you poured liquid ass and they had a heart attack, right? Like they were like, "Oh my God, Mom, you got to come over here and smell this," and the old lady dies when she smells it because the liquid ass is so pungent. You can't do that, dude. I will tell you what I'm not doing. Cleaning this house. I'll clean it of my stuff. But worrying about dust bunnies and dust and stuff and making it all pristine for them, that's something that the kids can do. And that's pretty much liquid ass. It's like leaving your skin cells and hair all over the fucking place for them to clean up. It's gross, right? Dude, I've never put down a deposit on a place that I didn't look at as just money that sailed away. When they say like, "Oh yeah, there's a $500 cleaning deposit or something," I'm just like, okay, that's the hidden move-in fee, because I'm never seeing a dime of that, no matter what I do. I've done it too.
Yeah, you've done the whole like scrub everything.
Oh my God, let's clean everything, and then they find some fucking stain on the carpet or something on the fucking some reason why your shit had to be fucking replaced, and thus you don't get your deposit back. So I don't fuck around with that shit no more. Yeah, it's the equivalent of closing costs or shipping and handling.
Like those ads would be like free shipping, but processing and handling.
Yeah, processing and handling, though. That's where we charge you for the shipping. Wink, wink. Oh, everything's a fee, bro. Everything's a goddamn fucking fee. Even that nanny, McPhee. She's a fee. Get out of here, you fuck. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell a fee that's yet to come. Dude, Nanny McPhee could probably straighten my shit out. She's like Mary Poppins, right? But a little evil? Or am I wrong? What's Nanny McPhee like? I always thought she was like a little darker Mary Poppins, like Mary Poppins with a little bit of edge. She's ugly. Well, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, she's like Mary Poppins, but a little more witchy. A little less Glinda the Good Witch and a little more fucking Wicked Witch of the West. You know what I mean? She's pretty at the end. Oh, what a great story. So it's one of those stories that ends with a woman that's considered ugly becoming sexually attractive. Awesome. Love that narrative in society. She almost let a baby be cooked like a roast chicken. Yeah, she's a witch, bro. She's a witch. Obvious. The theater, the theater. What happened to the theater? You got yourself a counselor today, huh? Good move. May your move be smooth and your transition of chapters exciting. And screw the security deposit. Take it easy, man. Yeah. I was stressed out for a lot of days, but you know we got ourselves a list of things that we got to do, and you know once you have everything down on a list, it takes it out of your head and it puts it in the real world, and you can look at it condensed, and it doesn't look as daunting as your brain makes it. It makes it into a do this, do this, do this, do this. You're good. You know what I mean? And that's really what most problems are, just a multi-stage fucking thing that people like me, I have an anxiety disorder, and what my brain tends to do is take any problem and trying to think about how to explain this. Have you ever you've probably seen this where like there's a machine that's all put together and then it doesn't explode, but it just like comes apart into all its component parts. It's been done in movies and shit, and then like in like science videos and stuff. You guys ever seen that? You got this big motor, and then it just kind of like comes apart into all the cogs and wheels and rods and valves and pins and all that shit. That's what my brain tries to do to every problem, right? Rather than what I assume a lot of people do when an issue arises in their life, rather than stage one, okay, looking at it and going, oh fuck, you know, having a couple of days maybe, because it's totally normal for when you get bad news or something comes along you weren't expecting, right? For people to go fuck, but then there's like a, you know, I think a lot of people are able to go like, all right, boop 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 boop, let's lay this out very logically and do it that way. And my brain wants to do it all at once and constantly. Yeah, the exploded view. My brain wants to do that constantly, wants to take every problem and explode it out into all its component parts and pay attention to all of them at once. Oh, fuck, we got to do this. And oh my God, then I got to do that. What if this impacts this? And then where's this rod go? Where's this pin go? This fucking... And that creates this sense of fucking constant unease and a sense of like almost inertia. Like I'll sit and think about it and worry about it all day to the point where I'm fucking exhausted and I've done nothing to impact it. Other than make myself more scared of it and waste a day. So it's like...
There's a lot of busy work when you're anxious that doesn't accomplish anything.
Absolutely, yeah. And some people, like, I'm not a person that tends towards the busy work. I'm a person that just goes way internal. But it's the same expression. It's the same thing. And so it's like, just laying things out like that is important. It gives you perspective. It makes a problem into something that's solvable and trackable. a lot of perspective helps too. Like, for example, one of the things that helped me was remembering that I've moved a million times in my fucking life, you know what I mean? And I've always been fine. I've always gotten it done. It's always been fine. And this is just another one of those. You know, that's just like a grounding truth. So, you got to demystify a problem when you have, an anxiety problem. And then you also got to look at Dinor every once in a while.
Yep.
And realize that Dinor doesn't freak out about pretty much anything except for where's my little toy.
Yeah.
That's
his baby is his whole world.
Yeah. Dinor's little toy is that's his focus thing.
Yeah, we will literally turn on all the lights and get up and wander around the house to help him find his baby.
When we go to bed, he will jump up on the bed and we'll hear him like sniffing for it, and then he'll jump down and he'll run into another room and we'll hear him sniffing around, and then he'll come back and like look back on the bed, and we literally get to a point where it's like, all right, buddy, let's turn the light on and find this baby. Turn the light on, look under the covers. Oh, there it is sometimes. Or go into the living room. It's right here. And then once he's got that, he can go to bed. Little turd.
He tries really hard to sniff, but I don't think his sniffer is very good.
I don't think it is either. Yeah, he's baby obsessed. Like I said, like he's a nervous dog, and that's the focus of his anxiety is, where's the baby? Where did I leave the baby? It's true. Dogs really are too good for all of us. We're not worthy. His baby has changed over the court. He's always had one. When he was a little puppy, he had a purple Dinor, we called it. It was just like a purple Brontosaurus that we got him at fucking PetSmart. And he carried that everywhere. See, the thing is that Dinor eventually kills what he loves. So eventually, he murders the baby. I know you guys were all having a wonderful, aw, how cute, but you don't know the cycle of the baby. You know what I mean? It ends pretty tragically. Eventually, the baby gets gutted, and then a new baby has to be born. I'm sorry, little one. Yeah, he's Lenny from Of Mice and Men. Yeah. Does Dinor feel remorse after killing them? No. He just wants a new baby. He's like, where's the new baby? So we have like we have a collection of toys just packed away, because when the day comes when he kills his, we just throw it away and replace it, and he never notices. All dogs are welfare queens. Yeah, dude. One day his bloodlust just overtakes him and he destroys it. It's the same thing with he's got this little bed that he loves. Like he's got this little dog bed that I set up either inside my office if I'm working on something that isn't live, or just outside of it if I'm going live or whatever. He loves laying there. But every once in a while he'll just destroy his bed. And it's like, why'd you do that? So we finally got him one. He's had the same bed for years, because we got him one that's like harder to tear apart, because apparently it's pretty common for dogs to like chew on their bed. Dogs are cute, but they're too much work. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I guess I've never really looked at it that way. I've always had dogs. I grew up with dogs. There's been very, like, brief periods of my life, relatively, where I have been dogless. So, I guess I've never really looked at it that way. And it feels weird for me to live in a house without a dog. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of the same way. Yeah. I say the same thing about my kids. Cute, but too much work. There you go. Yeah, a kid, that's where I draw the line at work. Holy cannolis. Could not fucking do it. Could not do it. Here's a movie we can talk about really quick. Has anybody seen Permanent Midnight with Ben Stiller? Watched it last night. I hadn't seen it since probably like the early 2000s or something. It's about the screenwriter dude, so it's like based loosely around the life of the guy that wrote Alf. Dude, you guys should probably check it out. It's a real decent flick. And I think the main reason to check it out is to see Ben Stiller in a serious role where it actually works. Like it shows that Ben Stiller actually has like multifaceted. It's Permanent Midnight is what it's called. And it really kind of holds up to the name as well. It's a very dark movie. Maybe not as dark as I perceived it. I think that's the big thing that had changed since the last time I saw it. One thing had happened. Fucking Requiem for a Dream came out. It's about so the movie is about the screenwriter that wrote Alf, that weird fucking puppet show from the late 80s. where the alien puppet lived with the family or whatever the fuck, that sitcom. And he was a fucking crazy heroin addict and cocaine addict. So the movie Permanent Midnight is basically about his constant descent as an addict. It's very similar in tone, at least, to Requiem for a Dream. Yeah, that explains so much. Yeah, but Ben Stiller is actually fucking amazing in that movie. Like, maybe should have won an award. Amazing. Like, I'm not saying, like, I'd have to look at what other movies came out that year. It has Janine Garofalo plays a side character in it, and it actually works out really good. Like, she's not a main character. It's got Owen Wilson in it. He plays a side character. The main character is fucking Ben Stiller. It's like a tamer Requiem for a Dream, honestly. Favorite scene in Requiem? I love the scene where the mom has the meth diet pill fueled mania, where the TV starts talking to her and the fucking refrigerator like hops over to her and shit. What streaming service did you use to watch it? I can't remember. I think it's on Amazon Prime. But I honestly, it's either on Amazon. Because I only have Amazon Prime, and I only have that because it's left over. You buy it for a fucking year. I canceled my Prime months ago, but it won't run out until, like, I think February. So it's either there or on HBO. Yeah, it's on Prime. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I know. You really can find that information without asking a streamer where to go stream it. But yeah, there you go. I helped you out. I saved you the Google. Let me Google that for you. Armageddon, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, The Big Lebowski, Saving Private Ryan, The Truman Show, to name a few that came out that year. Okay, yeah. So definitely, probably wouldn't have won, but I still think that, like, he might have. I don't know. I just think his performance is really genuinely believable all the way throughout, and it, like, plays up his kind of expressive face, but not for laughs like it usually is. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like he should have gotten a nod. Maybe not an Oscar, but maybe like a, something else, like a SAG award or some shit. I don't know. Just feels like a fucking really good performance. And he was young too, so it was, one of his earlier works. It's just interesting to me that dude ended up going down an almost strictly comedic road, because it really reveals that Ben Stiller's got a lot of talent, like versatility talent. Woof. God damn. Hey, flies, please leave me alone and let me be high. This shit, Collins Avenue, I guess, is the name of this strain. It's pretty rare that I smoke like, let me see how much of this is. Yeah, like a bowl. No, I wish I had a sponsor. I wish I had a weed sponsor. It would be really smart for a weed company to sponsor me. Are you using a dry herb vape? No, this is, I smoked a bowl. No, I don't really feel that the war needs escalation beyond the salt gun at this point. You know, I'm able to keep these flies in check. Yeah, my salt gun.
Howdy, neighbor.
How's it going, boss? Zeke. What's going on, man? Yeah. How's it going, dude?
It's going good. I just wanted to drop this off to you real quick.
Thank you, homie.
Gonna head out to work here in a few. Couple of cold drinks.
Oh, nice.
Pretty lightweight. Isn't the bag I wanted to give you, but it'll hold you off in the meantime.
No worries, John. I appreciate you, man. Thank
Of
you so much.
course. Yeah.
You got back from your trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I ended up canceling that
Oh,
because COVID was so bad out there. I don't want to bring anything back to California and be selfish.
Yeah, I hear that, bro. That kind of sucks that you didn't get to see it.
It does, but he understands.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I heard that you're moving. I don't want to have the podcast, but yeah, just so you know, if you're in a transition period, I've got an extra garage. I'll maybe have 2 extra bedrooms if you need them. Nice and peaceful. You just need a place to lay over or wherever.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I'll let you know if we need to take that on that way ahead of time. But we're looking to maybe get out of California at this point.
I don't blame you. I miss you around here.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, oh my God.
It would have been cool if I could have bought this place.
I know, especially because it is going to be getting hotter.
Yeah.
And the water table is secure as far as it's 50 years.
Yeah.
So. But it is what it is. I'll let you get back to it, man.
All right, brother.
But
Well, I appreciate you.
of course, anytime, just reach out, man. I got you.
Thank you. My dude. My guy. My broski. Neighbor. Zeke the man, dude. Take a look at what he's got. Oh, snap. Dude. Lagunitas makes weed beer? The game has changed. The game has changed. It says less than 2 milligrams CBD, 10 milligrams THC. So it's a 10 milligram beer, basically. not very potent, but it's still cool as fuck. Yeah. I didn't even know that was the thing. George Costanza, don't ask stupid questions. I know you're a stupid fuck, but pretend you're not. Quit acting like a 12-year-old, dude. Like, you have literally, like, George Costanza since, like, 2016 has been like a 12-year-old at the skate park. Dude, are you gonna leave the skate park, my dude? Come on. You ain't 13. You're 30-something, George. George. Buzz, get out of here. Oh, shit. All right, go land over there, like your friend just did. I saw a really good tweet the other day. I didn't retweet it because it was somebody had just taken a fucking picture of the goddamn tweet. I hate when people do that on Twitter. It's like they took a picture of the tweet. Maybe they're blocked by the person who said it or something. I don't know. The tweet was this, though. And I can empathize but not sympathize because I have a different story. But this is kind of like a Gen Z tweet that it hits home for me. It said, "It kind of sucks to be born at the end, right at the end of the fuck around generation, and right at the beginning of the find out generation." It's poignant, modern but poignant. Oh boy. Well, speaking of fofo, what's fofo? The fuck is a fofo? We ain't speaking of no goddamn fofo. What kind of card is this? This is nicotine. So I'm on a plane. I'm trying to get to the point where I'm not sitting out here and chain smoking the entire time that I do these, so that I can transition like I did the last time I quit for almost fucking 10 years. I'm trying to get back onto the vape, so I'm not out here sucking fucking Marlboro Reds all day. Okay? This is just nicotine. Polyboy needs to quit smoking. What caused the relapse? A breakup, I guess, if you wanted to blame it on something. I caused the relapse, but it was around the time that I went through a breakup that I relapsed. I'm making steps, Chels. I'm trying. You know how it is with people trying to quit and stuff. It may work and it may not, but I'm trying, you know. It's not a good thing. But one of the things I'm really, you know, trying to intercede in is sitting out here and just fucking chain smoking. Doing these has become like a fucking chain smoking extravaganza for me. And it's like, oh my fucking God, bro. All right. Without doing these, you know, I don't really smoke all that much. But when I sit out here and do these, it's one after the next, slamming them. I don't want to talk about quitting aids and shit. I've tried, suffice to say, I've tried them all. Gum and patches and pills and all the shit. The only thing that has reliably kept me off of cigarettes for longer than a fucking like 6-month period is vaping. Hello, baby.
He's looking at that deep.
Looking at him, looking at whatever. I'm looking at you. I look at you, you look at whatever.
Dad wants to know what goes on in that little brain.
Oh man, I kind of do and I kind of don't. I kind of like not knowing on some level. I like having my illusions about Ninor. I don't think I want to pull back the curtain and see the wizard.
I wonder if animals like think and smells because they smell so much better than us.
Think in smells?
Yeah.
Well, there's certainly like animals that communicate via pheromone.
Yeah.
So yeah, the answer is yes. Like ants, right? They leave a pheromone trail.
Yeah.
And different pheromones mean different things.
Mm-hmm.
Bees, hive animals especially. A lot of communications and like some of the like wild mammals and shit is all scent based, right? So it's like Dinor sniffing ass is not like just a dogs aren't just impertinent, you know what I mean? They're like that's how they communicate. There's like a level of you smell an ass, it's like seeing a face and shaking a hand. So if you smell an ass you've smelled before, it's like, oh, I remember you. I remember that ass.
Yeah, it's like I wonder if it's like kind of like what we think of like synesthesia, like the smells have like,
I doubt it. Maybe though. Yeah. How? You know what makes me think you might be right about that? Like smell being somewhat visual, is how sharks follow a blood trail.
Yeah.
Like they have their visual acuity isn't that great. They travel a lot by their sense of fucking taste and smell. And so, yeah, maybe they're...
Yeah, because they turn to the smells real quick.
Oh, yeah. They follow, you know...
They follow them.
Yeah, they follow them for miles sometimes. Like a whale might be injured or something and bleeding, and the fucking sharks will come from fucking like hundreds of miles around. Just a little bit of blood in the water, carried on the fucking winds and shit, and they're on it.
They could just be seeing all these like trails, waves, and fucking.
Or that could be how their brain interprets it. See, we have so many assumptions because we're such a visually based organism.
Well, it's like what our eyes see isn't what our brain sees. Our brain does all kinds
Our
of
brain
shit.
interprets it all and gives it to us in this way, but the way that this looks may not be at all how reality looks.
Yeah.
It's all we've got that interpretation, and animals have the same thing, and there are so many animals that are not massively visually based.
Yeah. It's like, because we know that dogs are a little colorblind, but we can't like go into their brain and see exactly what they see.
Right. Yeah, there are animals on the planet that have way better vision than we do. There are animals on the planet that, you know,
We're just infinite possibilities when it comes to like vision. 'Cause it's not just a camera that captures whatever it's capable of.
right, it's a camera and then a fucking process that interprets the images from the camera and creates visual data out of it, puts it together. So yeah, you're right. There's probably like a lot of you just can't even one person to another. You can't really say that there's total fucking similarity in the way that they perceive the world and see things. Obviously, we can all, you know, a sighted person can point at something that's right over there and say, hey, look at that. But the way that you see that may be subtly or completely different than the way that I see that.
When people focus on different things too. Like, I'm the kind of person that like my eyes are just drawn to like little things that a lot of people wouldn't notice sometimes.
Sure. And that completely probably like changes your perception of reality.
Yeah.
Like being you would be would entail that. It would entail changing not just and like the acuity of your eyes. The shape of your eyes is slightly different than the shape of everybody else's eyes. And so it's just like adjusting to the visual acuity difference and just adjusting to the way that your brain has trained your whole life to interpret that visual data. Whereas somebody might look at it completely different. That's very existentially frightening.
What's even real, man?
Man, what if fucking pink is blue and blue is pink, man? You never know. What is real?
Yeah. Well, you can kind of tell too, because like you said, like when you do mushrooms, you see things totally different. Like you notice dust way more.
Oh, yeah. Mushrooms are a totally like focusing experience for me. Like if I was on mushrooms, looking at these trees would be like a complete, like right now it's pleasing to me, but I see them in a certain way. I see them as the conglomerate of everything that they are. But when you're on mushrooms, you see every little detail of them, the bark, the fucking grain of the wood, every individual leaf and the way that the light hits it. All of that becomes appreciable on mushrooms. Whereas like on a normal day like this, I can talk about that, but I can't really feel that feeling. Seeing it in a different way than I normally would.
And there's probably someone out there that like just sees things like you do on mushrooms all the time.
Maybe. That's a lucky person. What happens when they take mushrooms though?
And it's crazy too that detail is always there and you're always capable of seeing it, but you just have to have your mind change to see it.
Your brain chemistry, right?
Yeah.
It has to change in order to see it.
But you're seeing it all the time.
Right. Acid lets you know that even more that what you're seeing is completely and utterly malleable, because it'll directly like intercede. So will mushrooms. Like I remember one of the coolest and most memorable mushroom things that ever happened to me was I took a big dose. I was alone I actually did a Highdeology. I think it's not a Highdeology. It wasn't even a Highdeology at this point. It was way back in the day, back when I was still married and still living in my house and all that shit. I was by myself, took a big fat dose of mushrooms. I was sitting in the room watching TV, waiting for him to kick in. Had all the lights off. The TV was kind of like up on the wall, and so it was casting light onto the ceiling. And the way that I knew that my mushroom trip had kicked off is that difference between the darkness and the light, my brain made it bulge. And it looked like the ceiling was going. And I was like, okay. And it's just a difference in perspective. Light and shadow is what it was, you know what I mean? And it very well could have been the light and shadow for a bulge, but my brain just was like, that's bulging. You're like, okay, all right, cool. But yeah, that trip I went and did a stream, and I sat out on my porch. And it's still up on the channel somewhere. I'm 99% sure.
You think of people that, see things, have hallucinations without any influence of drugs.
Yeah. Just a different, kind of brain chemistry and shit.
There's so much potential in like all the shadows and reflection.
So much shit going on around us that we don't see because it's not on our visible spectrum. Heat gives off, we can see radiative heats in certain instances, but to us it appears as this mirage because our brain isn't tuned to see it. And otherwise, it's swirling around us all the time in different patches and pockets, and we don't see it. It gives off radiation, and we just can't visually see it. Think about what the world would be like if you could see heat in addition to all the other things that you see. Infrared, ultraviolet, yeah.
Crazy.
You dump that for me.
Yeah. Just to go out.
Scent, yeah. I can't play video games on mushrooms and acid and shit. It's just too much shit. Too much visual input. I have to be able to focus on one thing at a time. I'm gonna get something to drink here. Bring in some of these cups too. Buzz, buzz. So, I think we've got a show premiering soon.
About, like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah. So,
Rapid fire.
yeah, we can do some rapid fire questions before I bounce up out of here today and push all of you. I want everybody that's here to go watch the show that's premiering in 10 minutes. If you promise to do that, I'll stay and answer questions. All right. Rapid fire questions. Let's do it. Come on. I know you got the juice. Have you ever pooped your pants? Everybody has pooped their pants, bro. Do you think that our lack of perfect perception could mask the reality of a spiritual experience instead of spiritual, what if I said artificial reality? I don't know. Best food in Cali, in my opinion, it's like Hispanic food. There's a real rich tradition of people from all over Mexico, Central America, and South America immigrating here, and they brought all of the great flavors of those areas here. So, what's George's real age? Definitely mid-30s. Definitely. Which sense would you extend the range of? I think I would probably benefit the most from having better hearing. What's my social security number? 212-555-78978. Do with it what you wish, dude. You got me, dude. Have my identity. Take it. Tear it up for all I fucking care. I'll just make a fucking new one. Feeling good. Define good. What's the best way to make money? A really good copying machine. Really good. Did you ever skateboard? No. I hung out with a lot of people who skateboarded, but I've never really had the nimbleness that skateboarding would require. So, well, I guess in the 80s I skateboarded. You count that. Not like you think about it, though. I had a big, giant cruiser board, and I would skateboard around on that. So, yeah, I guess at one point in my life I did. What horror franchise do you think there are no bad movies? I'm trying to think if there's one that I'll throw out there with that. No bad movies. I don't know if that exists, bro.
What about Pet Cemetery? The original 1 and 2. Those are both pretty good.
Would you call that a franchise, though?
Kinda is.
I guess. Now we're getting into the details of like what's a franchise. You know, is it 3 movies or more? Is it 2 movies or more? Is it, you know what I mean? But yeah, I guess Pet Cemetery 1 and 2 are both watchable movies. I wouldn't say that they're bad movies. They're not great movies, neither of them. What do you think about anarcho-capitalism? Are you an anarcho-communist? I don't really think much about anarcho-capitalism or anarcho-communism or any of that, so I don't know much about it, to be honest with you. Like, I couldn't lay out the principal tenets of either. I really try and avoid that sort of thing. Labels and such. Are you going to watch the new season of Dexter? I would have to rewatch Dexter. because I actually never finished Dexter. I think around like season 4 or 5 or something, I hit eject, and so I'd have to go back.
I'd be down to watch it again. I liked it a lot.
Cool. Yeah, maybe we'll do that then. Once we finish Twin Peaks: The Return. Have your wife watch Wizard of Oz? You've never seen Wizard of Oz?
Seen it.
She's seen it. Yeah, I did too. I got bored with Dexter outright. I think they killed off Dokes way too early in the fucking story. I think they set up Dokes as being like a really good, like maybe multi-seasonal arc, and he was dead at the end of the fucking second season. It's like, and he wasn't really replaced ever in the show with a decent fucking antagonist for Dexter, in my mind. So, wah, wah. What are you gonna do? Time's a wasted.
5 minutes.
5 minutes and counting. Who would win in a fight? Roe Jogan, Alex Jones, or Alex Jones on Bone Broth? I think Alex Jones, maybe. But I don't know. See, Alex Jones kind of pot-bellied and fat now, and Roe Jogan is ripped, but he's tiny. You know, so I don't know. That's a tough one. Roe Jogan would probably beat up Alex Jones, if we're honest.
I don't know. Alex Jones got that cokehead shit going on.
Yeah, he's got that rage. His heart pumps blood. He's alive.
Plus, Joe just had COVID and fucking horse dewormer. So he's
That's
probably
true.
weak.
He's probably weakened. Are you on Grinder? Get out of here, George Costanza. What's the worst ending of a show you've watched? Worst ending of a show I've watched. I mean, probably like fucking the last episodes of Deadwood, just because it wasn't supposed to end. So it ends on an insane cliffhanger where nothing is tied up. That's pretty bad.
And then Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, Game of
That had
Thrones.
the worst last episode ever.
You're right. That one deserves it. Oh God, did I spray you? Sorry. At least I killed a fly with it.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to ricochet.
I didn't either. It's powerful. Oh my God, I'm gonna shoot you guys. He's on the phone. Ha ha! I've gone salt mad.
Yep, there's the great assault that was on.
Sorry, babe.
Close my eyes just in time.
Oh my God, dude. Can you imagine if I would have blasted you in the face with salt? What a nightmare.
I would have lived.
Ice cream flavor, vanilla. Where's the next war? I don't know. What console generation has the best games? I would say I don't know, dude. It's so tough. Probably like the PS1 generation. That's it. Go watch the show.
I'll link it.
Yep. Just going to link it in the chat. Everybody click the link and go now.